Now, what is Pan-Africanism for people who don't know, and why is that important to Black Americans?
That's an excellent question. What is Pan-Africanism, especially given the fact that yesterday we celebrated the 132nd return of two of the greatest Pan-Africanists. One, the most honorable Marcus Messiah Garvey, who is the father of Black nationalism, the greatest Pan-Africanist to have ever lived. Yesterday was his solar return. 132 years. And then we also celebrated the solar return of the great Negus, the Honorable Emperor Menelik II, who defeated the Italians in the Battle of Ottawa 1896, keeping Ethiopia an independent sovereign African nation. So both of them were born on August the 17th. One, 1844, was Menelik II's arrival from the ancestors, and the Honorable Marcus Garvey was 1887, but both of them August the 17th. I can sum up Pan-Africanism in 3 points. The first principle of Pan-Africanism: all African people are members of the same family. Whether you are in Brazil, whether you are in Washington, D.C., whether you are in Nigeria, Australia, Cuba, Puerto Rico, whether you are Muslim, Christian, Catholic, Jehovah's Witness, whether you light skin, brown skin, dark skin, regardless of whether you speak Ebonics or Igbo or Portuguese or Zulu or Tweet, we are all members of the same family, and we identify with the African family before we identify with any other group membership that we belong to. So we're never Muslims who happen to be Africans. We're Africans who happen to be Muslims. The African comes first. We're never Christians who happen to be Africans. We're Africans who happen to be Christians. And that's because God made you an African. You chose your religion. You could give it up tomorrow. You can never give up being African. The second principle of Pan-Africanism is international solidarity. We believe that the struggle of African people globally is intimately connected with the struggle of African people all across the world. So we would say the reason the Black man in America has not made more progress is because his struggle isn't linked up with the Black man in Jamaica, or the Black man in London, or the Black man in Asia, or the Black man in Africa. It's isolated. The struggle in the Caribbean, isolated. The struggle in Europe, isolated. The struggle in Africa, isolated. But the enemy is one, but we are not at one. So Pan-Africanism is about oneness of purpose and agenda. And the third principle of Pan-Africanism is, as Africa goes, so goes all of African children. The Honorable Marcus Garvey said, a strong man is strong everywhere. I've spoken on every continent except Australia. Wherever I go, the Chinese are respected, and they are politically and economically strong. Wherever I go, the European Jew is respected, and they are politically and economically strong. Wherever I go, the East Indian is respected and politically and economically strong. But wherever I go, including Africa, the Black man is politically and economically weak, disrespected, and docile. Why is that? Because the mother continent ain't strong. If we want to get strong, we got to make the mother strong. How many people have you seen get respect without making sure their mother get the respect first?